Confirmed Bernie Sanders was investigated by the FBI for ties to Marxist group details. Everybody knows that 2020 Democrat presidential candidate Bernie Sanders is a socialist. That much is clear. However, the Vermont senator may actually be a Marxist. From Washington Examiner. Bernie Sanders campaigned for the Socialist Workers Party in the 1980 and 1984 presidential campaigns and was investigated by the FBI for his ties to the Marxist group. Sanders has always played down the extent of his involvement with the party, which included radicals who praised the Soviet Union and Cuban communists, and has denied ever being a member. Asked in 1988 about his role as an SWP elector in 1980, he said, "I was asked to put my name on the ballot and I did, that's true." In fact, his ties to the party are deep and enduring. The 2020 Democratic presidential primary candidate and United States Senator from Vermont, now 77, often scoffs at comparisons between his brand of self-described democratic socialism and communism. In recent years, he has said he is merely interested in having the United States look more like Sweden, a social democracy with a broad welfare state but a well-functioning private sector. More from Fox News. Unearthed video footage showed 2020 hopeful Bernie Sanders recalling his excitement surrounding the Cuban Revolution in the 1950s. "I remember, for some reason or another, being very excited when former Cuban dictator Fidel Castro made the revolution in Cuba," he said, while speaking at the University of Vermont in 1986. "I was a kid and it just seemed right and appropriate that poor people were rising up against rather ugly rich people." The Reagan Battalion. Tweeted. Video Bernie Sanders, University of Vermont, 1986, recalls his excitement watching Castro's revolution rising up against the ugly rich people. His sick feeling watching JFK speak out against communism in Cuba. Also bashes the NY Times for lying about communism. As of right now, Bernie's campaign is facing some serious problems. Then again, that's what will happen when you openly employ an illegal alien. From Free Beacon. The Bernie Sanders presidential campaign is violating federal election law by employing foreign nationals in advisory campaign positions, according to a newly filed complaint to the Federal Election Commission obtained exclusively by the Free Beacon. The complaint points to the employment of 3 individuals, including Maria Belencisa, an illegal immigrant from Argentina who is in the United States under the protections of DACA and has been named Deputy National Press Secretary for Bernie 2020. Sissa, who collected a salary from the Bernie 2016 campaign and also made financial contributions to it, recently made headlines when she questioned whether American Jews, including her own boss Sanders, were loyal to the United States. Both the work for the campaign and contributions are direct and serious violations of federal election law, the complaint argues. Continued. Foreign nationals are prohibited from directly or indirectly participating in the decision-making process of any person with regard to election-related activities, according to the FEC. Included in this group of foreign nationals are all immigrants not lawfully admitted as permanent residents. The complaint, filed on Thursday afternoon by the Coolidge-Reagan Foundation, argues that Sissa's current position on the campaign, due to its strategic nature, is a clear violation of this prohibition. Senator Sanders and Bernie 2020 is permitting a foreign national, Ms. Sissa, to serve in an advisory position which allows her to directly or indirectly participate in the decision-making process of persons with regard to election-related activities in violation of FEC regulations, it argues.